Hey there everyone, welcome back. And today we are going to finish this project, the Turismo project. If you guys remember, we have done this project until these team section, not services, until this team section. And now we are going to finish this project. So today we are going to complete this packages section, historical places section, this client or customer section, blog, contact form, Instagram images, and the footer section. So without a further ado, let's get started. Let me move on to my editor. And now I'm going to type for this is what the code is, and here somewhere. Let me remove these extra spaces from here. And oops. Okay. So now I am going to mention the comments here. And for the comments, let me get these lines and paste it here. Let me copy the same one, and by oops, not this. Me here. This section is going to be package section. So it shouldn't be end of, but it should be packages or package section. And here in place of team, I just want to say package section. Okay, within these lines I need some room to write the code, and from here let me start writing the code. I would like to go with the section element. So section, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be package. Then I would like to assign it section padding, and margin top is going to be 3. Now I would like to go with a division and assigning it a class. This class is going to be container. Then after container class, I would like to have another div, assigning it a class, and this time this class is going to be raw. Justify content center, and then I would like to go with another division. So this division is going to be called extra large 5. So div call extra large 5, and it's not this, I have to assign it a class. Actually, this should be a class, and this class is going to be this call xl5. And now I want to go with the section title. So div and a class, and this class is going to be section title, and then I want to assign it another class, and this class is going to be text center. Then I want to go with heading 2 h2, and I would like to assign it a class, and this class is going to be padding top and bottom. So it's going to be 3 py. Here I would like to go with the title, and the title for this is going to be packages we offer. And let me go with packages we offer. And then after this, let's save it and move on to the browser and see how does it look. And here we are. So Okay, this is packages we offer. Now we have to move on and have to go with another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be raw, and then this raw I would like to go with another division. This division is going to have another class, and this class is going to be column medium 6, and then column extra large 6 XL 6, and then we want to have another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be package 1. So package 1 is going to be here. Then I would like to go with the image, and for the image I would like to have a source. Let me assign a source images, and in my images folder I do have a FA3 image, and then I want to assign it a class, and this class is going to be image fluid. I want to keep it responsive, so I'm using image fluid and alt. As usual, I'm not going to write anything, but you guys should. It's a good SEO practice. And let's have another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be package text. So package text, logically the text or here should be some other divs for the pricing, for the according to the category, okay, but I'm not using that, so I'm just going to go with a simple text, and here I would like to go with the text of 15 words. This could be enough. Then let me bring it here, and then I would like to have a link here. So for the button, so the link I would like to go is href, and this href is going to be it's nothing but the class. It would have a class, and this class is going to be btn, so btn, and package and padding from left, right, and top and bottom is going to be 2. Then in this section I would like to have a view details, or as I've mentioned that you have to mention some of the details, so just categorize them, and the details should link to any other page or whatever the condition may be. Then let's have another division and assigning it a class. And you know what I want? I'm thinking, let me have just for my convenience, okay, so I would like to copy the same code, and here I want to paste the same code, but in place of this image I would like to go with image 2. So save it. Let's move on to the browser and let's see what's going on here. So we do have images, the text is here, and the title is here. There is a difference between my images. They are not sized, but before using the image, please use a certain size. I'm not using here, but you guys should go with that. Okay, let's go to the CSS and give it a style, this style. Okay, so let's go to the CSS file, main.css, and let me be here. Let's have a comment, and the comment is going to be package section, and let's say end of package section. Okay, let's go with the package class. So package, and let's go with the position. The position is going to be relative here, and the z index is going to be 1. Now I want to have again a package class with a pseudo element after, and the position for this is going to be absolute, and the left for this is going to be 0. Bottom is also going to be 0, and the width would be 100%, 100%, and height for this is going to be 46%. Then content, there shouldn't be any content right now, and the background color is going to be 0 to A. I haven't used this one, so let me say 0 to A, and CF0, CF0. Let's save it. Let's see what's going on in the browser. Okay, so we do have this here, but we have to work on it, and it should be at the back, not here. So the first position is relative, z index is 0, position is absolute, and left bottom 100%, 46%. Okay, now let's go with the package. First of all, dot package, and package 1, and package 1, the position for the package 1 is going to be relative, and the z index for this is going to be 1, and background color, so the background color for this is going to be same, 0 to F, 0 to A, C, F0, and hash. Let me bring it here in the middle of the screen, and let's save it. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, now we have to go back, and first of all let me have some media queries here. At media max width, and the maximum width for this, what I want is should be 576 pixels, and let me get this same selector because I have to work with this one, and then with this selector the margin bottom is going to be 250 pixels, and let's go with the package the same selector. Actually, I have selected it. Let me paste it here, and then I want to go with package text. So package text, and for the package text, the position is going to be absolute. And after having a position, let's go with the right. It is going to be 0 pixels. Then top is going to be 0 pixels. Width would be 271 pixels. Background, background is going to be 0 to, I forgot the 0 to A, 0 to A C, 0 to A C F 0, and padding for this is going to be 35 pixels, then 22 pixels, and there should be some box shadow. So let me bring it here, and box shadow, the box shadow is going to be 0 pixel, then again 0 pixel, 0 pixel, and then 10 pixels, and with some RGBA where 2, 3, 63 and 0.5 is going to work for me. Then the margin is going to be 10 pixels. And let's have some media queries again here. So at media, the maximum width for this is max width. This is going to be 576 pixels, and I would like to go with the same selector above here. So where is the selector? This one. Let me copy this, bring it here, and here I should say that the top is going to be 50%. Let's save it. Let's see what's going on here. So it is working, but still we need to work. The text is small. Text is not too much here. I've used only 15 words, while here okay, so I need to set these text type of things again. Text is enough. Okay, and now the next thing for this is P, the paragraph element. I'm using the seam selector here, and I want to use the P element, where the color for this is going to be white, and margin top, this would be 35 pixels. And let's see that what I was talking about, is it done here or no? We were okay, so we have enough space from top, enough margin. Now we have to work with this button. So let's go to the theme selector. I'm just copying the theme selector, and here I want to go with the BDM package class. So the BDM package is going to have a margin top 22 pixel, margin top 22 pixels. Let me bring it down here, and let's have a BDN package, and the background for this is going to be 030157, and the color for this is going to be white, and then after it has a margin right and margin left. So margin right is going to be 5 pixels, and margin left is going to be also 5 pixels. Let's save it. Okay, so we do have the buttons here. That's it. Let me show you the responsiveness of this project, because in the previous 2 videos I forgot to do that, but here let's see the responsiveness. So let's start it from the beginning, because we didn't check it from the beginning what's going on. And here is the project. So this is the menu. Okay, and here again, it's not, you guys are not going to have this issue, only I am having, and this is not going to be shown in your case. You know, the issue was fixed on that day, this browser issue, but again it is showing like this, but it's not, you guys are not going to see this thing like this. And then this is the Turismo section, culture, nature, and here is the popular places section. When I click on it, the overlay effect appears. And here is the food section, the services section, the team section, packages we offer. Okay, and until now this is what we have done. So let me click it, and let's go back to the editor and start working with this historical places section. Okay, so let's move on to the editor. First of all, let me remove the extra spaces from here also. When we will back, we cannot have this thing. We don't have to face with this spaces issue. And where is that? So from here, okay, so let's start with the historical places. Let me copy these lines of, actually it's a line, not a lines, but let me paste the same thing here. and I just don't want to go with this end of packages. Here it should be, let's remove this one and this one, and here we have to go with the historical places. Historical places section, and now we have to go with the, first of all we have to go with the section element. So the section element is going to have a class, and this class is going to be margin top 2, and I would like to go with another class, and this class is going to be division class historical places, historical places, and container, not only a container but a class container. And then after we have to go with another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be raw, and justify content center, and then after we like to have a division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be column LG6, and then we have a division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be section title, then text center, section title and text center, and then I would like to go with margin bottom 70, and then after this I would like to go with the heading 3. The heading 3 have a class, and the class is going to be text uppercase, so uppercase, and the text is going to be historical places. Okay, let's save it, and I'm not going to the browser. Let me go with the text, and this text here, some definition of these historical places. It is going to be, it would be 15 words. Okay, okay, 15 words are enough. So let's go to the browser first and let's see what's going on here in the browser, and historical places, and this is what we have done. So I've used the class text center, uppercase, okay, section title and text center. Now let's have a division here. Division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be raw, and then we do have another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be a column LG4 and column medium 6, and this is what I have done. Okay, call LG4 and MD6. Then I would like to go with another division, and this division is going to have a class, and this class is going to be single destination. So I'm using the short form. This would be DEST, and here single destination. Let's use a div here, assigning it a class, and this div is going to have a class of thumb. And then after, let's have an image source, and here it is going to be images, and the images for this is going to be the first image. I'm going to use FE6, and then I want to use the class, and this class is going to be image fluid, and then after the alt text, and it's not going to have anything. Now let's have a href, and let's have a class. The class is going to be price. Actually it doesn't need here because I have mentioned the packages there, but just to use it for any other thing, not only it's not specific for price. You can mention any kind of detail or any other thing, so I'm just using it. This is going to be $300, and then I want to go with another division, and this division is going to have a class, and this class is going to be destination info, and here href, and then after I want to go with the heading 3, and this heading 3 is going to have a dummy text lorem, and then I would like to go with a p element here, and this p element has a text of 5 words, and let me bring it here below, and then here in this, here after below this p element, I would like to go with the div, and this div is going to have a class, and this class is going to be rating, and the rating for this, and the display would be flex, justify content between, and justify content between, and then after it would have a span element. The span element is going to have a class, and this class is going to have a display, flex, and justify content center align items. So justify content, justify spelling here again, justify content center, and I forgot to mention this, okay, and align items. So let me have it to this side so it would be easier for you to see, and align items and center. So within this span element, let's have some font awesome icon. So I'm using this I element, assigning it a class, and the class is going to be FASFASTAR star. Okay, let's save it. Let me check that. Let me be here. Okay, it's working. So let me copy and paste it for several times. So I just want to paste it here. Okay. It could be another time. And then I want to have let me bring it here. Okay. And then after, let's have a link, anchor tag. Sorry. And for that, then after this, I would like to go with reviews here. So could be, okay, 10 reviews. 10 reviews. And 10 review. Okay. So after this span element, let's have another division, and this div is going to have a class. This class is going to be days, and let's have a font awesome icon class, and this class is going to be FASFA clock, and let's use anchor tag, and then after this anchor tag, let's have a 2 days. So for my convenience, okay, let's save it and let's see what's going on in the browser. Then let's do something else. Okay, so here we go. It's working here. Now what we have to do something else, and I have to copy and paste it for several times. So let me get it from here, and let's copy this, paste it here and here. Let's save it first and let's see. Okay, I just want to see that if I'm working, everything is working well, or everything is working. And here and here, and let's save it. Move on to the browser. Okay, let's change the images only, and rest of the things are going to be same. So the first, this is, where's the first one actually? So this is the first one where I have used the image FA6 image, and now the second one I want to go with the image 2 here in place of this. I want to go with image 2, and then after I want to have a FA3. So where is the image? I think this could be the third one, and then I would like to go with the fourth one. So here is my fourth image, and then I want to go with my fifth image, and here is my image 5, and then I want to go with my last one, image6 remains same. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and yes, we have the images here. Let's go to the CSS and start styling this section. So here is the main.css. Let me copy the same line, paste it here, and let me paste it another time. So it is going to be what? Yeah, historical places. So historical places section, and let me remove this one from here, and let's have some room. Okay, now we have done with this section and the reading and this and this. Okay, let me have a glass of water and then we will start with our historical places section. Okay, so here I would like to go with the class. The class is historical places, padding top is going to be 142 pixels, and my historical places class is this one. Okay, then after, let's have a padding top, and the padding top is going to be 150 pixels. Background, and the background is going to be F7, FA, and FD. It's not white, but it's close to white. Okay, it's gray, it's kind of a gray color here. And then after this, let's have a historical places single destination. So historical places and that single destination class, and here we have to use the background. The background is going to be white, and border radius for this border radius is going to be 5 pixels. Then after overflow, and the overflow is going to be hidden. And then after transition, the transitions are going to be 0.3 seconds, and margin bottom, so margin bottom is going to be 30 pixels. And let me get the same selector, so I'm just copying it, and now I'm going to paste it here. And then after, I just want to go with a thumb class, this thumb class. Position for this is going to be relative, and then we do have a overflow, and this overflow is going to be hidden. Let's save it, and here is our browser. So okay, let's go back to the main.css, and here we have to go with the, let me get the same selector. I just copy this, going to paste it here, and img class, where width is, the width is going to be 100%, and it's 100, actually not 100%. And then after this, let's have, I do have the same selector, and let me paste it here, and after this let's have a price class. So oops, here is the price class, and the position for this is going to be absolute, and the background for this, is going to have a 0 to A C F 0, and padding for this is going to be 7 pixels and 18 pixels, and then 4 pixels and 18 pixels again. Then display is going to be inline block, so inline block. And here let's have a top for this. The top is going to be 20 pixels, and left is going to be again 20 pixels, and the border radius is going to be 18 pixels. And then after, we do have a color. The color is going to be white. Font size is going to be 16 pixels, and transition is going to be 0.3 seconds. Okay, let's save it, move on to the browser, so you guys can see that we do have a nice look of these images. Still need to work on this section of this area too, so we have to work with this. First of all, let me go back and let me check something. If it is padding top, I have mentioned padding top twice, for I don't know for what, but I think for no reason. Padding top, and this is padding bottom, okay, not top. My apologies for this. It's padding bottom. Let's save it and let's see how it looks. Okay, and let me have this one. It should be 130, just to see that, just to see the look. Okay, and the bottom is not this one. It should be 140 in this case, because I think, yep. Okay, now let's go back and start working. So we have to, let me check we have to work with this destination info class, and the same selector I'm using, but here I am not going to use this sum class, but this time I'm going to use the destination info class. Okay, and the destination info class, where the padding for this is going to be 27 pixels and 20 pixels, and then we have a 25 pixels and 20 pixels. Okay, and let's save it. Again, we do have the selector, so let me paste it here, and destination info with heading 3, this heading 3 element, and it is going to have a font size. The font size for this is going to be 22 pixels, and the font weight is going to be light. Where is that? Lighter. And then I want to use the color. The color for this is going to be 040E27, and margin bottom is going to be 0, and the transition for this is going to be 0.3 seconds, and it is transition. Okay, and now let me get the same selector from here. I just want to copy it and paste it here below. So let me bring it here. Okay, and pasting it here, and in place of this heading 3, let's go with P element, where the font size is sorry for this, it should be font size. Actually, font size, the font size is going to be 14 pixels. Then I want to go with the font weight, and the font weight is going to be lighter again, and the color is going to be black, and I would like to go with the margin top, and margin top is going to be 2 pixels. Then I would like to go with the margin bottom, and the margin bottom is 7 pixels. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see what's going on. Okay, so you guys can notice that you know what, I'm thinking to change this title. Despite of lighter, it should be bold. So where is that? Here it is going to be bold, not lighter. So even not bolder, but bold. And let's see. Okay, it's looking better than before. Let's have to work again. It's not finished yet. So we have done with the P element. Now I do have the same selector. I'm going to paste it here, and now I want to go with rating, span, and let's have a rating, and then I want to go with the span element and I element. Okay, and this I element here, it is going to be font. The font size for this is going to be 12 pixels, and then I want to not 12 pixels, sorry, it would be 15 pixels, and then I want to go with color, and the color for this is going to be black. Margin bottom is going to be what it would be. Sorry, my apologies, we don't have to apply a margin bottom here. The font I element is going to have my apologies again, it is 12 pixels, and the color is going to be not black, but the color here is going to be F88408, and let's save it, move on to the browser. We are talking about these stars, so here we go. Now we still need to work, and the next thing now we need to work is the eye element. I just want to copy the seam selector from here, and let me remove these spaces, and here we go, the span element and the anchor tag. And now here, let me bring this in the middle of the screen. Okay, so here the font size is going to be font size, and the font size is going to be 14 pixels. Then I want to have a color, and the color for this is going to be black. Okay, and the margin left here is going to margin right, and it's margin left. Margin left is going to be 5 pixels. Okay, then after margin left, let's save it and let's see what's going on in the browser, and we'll be okay. So we have done with this review section. Now we have to go back and work with the this days element or class. So I already selected that selector, and here I'm just pasting it. And in spite of using this span element, I want to go with the reading, and after reading I want to go with the days class. Here I want to go with the font size, and the font size for this is going to be 14 pixels, and the font weight here is going to be, font weight is going to be light, not lighter, light only. And then I want to go with the color, so the color for this is going to be black. And now I do have, let me select this one, actually the seam selector, copying it, and let me paste it here. And then after, I would like to go with the eye element, this eye element, and the margin right is going to be margin right, where is right, margin right is going to be 8 pixels. Okay, let's save it. Now I want to have it, let me get the same selector, and here I want to go with the A element, and the font size for this A element is 14 pixels. I would like to go with the color, and the color for this is going to be black. Let's save it, move on to the browser. Here we go. Balloony. My browser is just reacting strangely. Okay, so okay. Now it's done until now, looking nice, good, and gives an, everything is looking nice. Let's have some hover effect. So for that, let's go to the CSS, main.css, and here I just want to get this selector from here. I pasted it here, and now I want to go with the hover class, so hover element, sorry, and this hover is going to be box shadow. The box shadow for this is going to be 0, 10 pixels, and then 20 pixels, and then we have to go with RGBA, and 0, 0, 0, and 0.5. So we have done with this one, and now we have to go with let me paste this same selector here again, the hover and destination info, and it is going to info, and then it is going to have a heading 3, where the color for this heading 3 is going to be 030942942, and then after this let's have let me get the same selector from here. Let me here and thumb and then price. Okay, and here the background is going to be background is going to be 0292F1. okay, and let's save it. Move on to the browser first. Let's see. Okay, you know what, I can't see that's something. Let me show you that, and you guys can see that when I hover over it, it gives a nice effect. It gives a shadow and the kind of a card. Okay, so when I'm hovering over it, the shadow appears, which gives it a very nice effect. Okay, so let's go to another thing, and you know what, let me check in my index. So here I am, and yes, I forgot to add something, and it is about, let me check and I'll get back to you. Okay, just give me few minutes. And I forgot to have a button here. We do have a button here. And here I forgot to code for the button. So in the index.html, I'm here in the division class. I'm talking about this button. Let me show you here that, yeah, and I need to fix this also over there. But here, if you guys can notice that I forgot to mention this big button. So here I didn't mention it. I forgot to have it here. You know, this color, wow, I like this style. I'm just playing with this. But here the class is going to be raw, and then I want to have a division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be called LG12, and then I want to go with the division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be BDM HSIT and historical places, so history, and text center. So I would like to go with another division here and assigning it the division, and within this I would like to go with href, and this href is going to be nothing, and then we, you know, where's that? Okay, and the class, for the class I want to go with the bdn, then bdn, gdn, bdn, and about, sorry, not about, history. No, I have used this in the about section, so I'm using the same about class here to get it here. And then I want to add more places. Let me tell you, okay, first of all let me check that how it's working. And okay, so we do have a button here because I've used the about class, so it is using it is here in this side, because in the about section it is here in this left side. I just need to fix this issue again. Where is that? Yep, you can see it's here. So I've used the same button there with the about class. But you know what, let me change the class of this one. And yep, let's change the class. This class isn't about, this class is going to be bdn_hist. Let's save it, move on to the browser. It is here. So and then I have a text center, and okay, let's see what's going on, and then we will fix this issue if we will have again here. So first of all, here I want to go with the historical places, and then bdn hsit. Okay, and margin top is going to be 40 pixels. Save it. Let's see. Okay, and bdn, you know what, I just want to copy the same code from the about section for the button and its animations. So where is the button, couple of places, and here we go. So let me copy this and let me bring it here. Save it, and it's not bdn about, it's bdn hist. Oh gosh, it's true, the padding is not what I want, and there must be a problem in this. And where is the problem? While in my other project it's not like this, but here again it's creating some problems. Let's go with 3 and 3 pixels, left and right, top and bottom. It should be in the middle actually, the text. And let's see, let's use the text center class here if it works. Otherwise we'll change the class. No, okay, let's see. No, it's not working. So justify content, we have to use the bdn history and okay, there is some problem. I don't know where is G12 and BDN history text center. This is fine almost. And here is the BDN class. So the BDN, you know, sometimes everything is working well, but suddenly something comes to create. I don't want to use actually that justify and align properties, but it wants me to do so. Let's say justify content center, and working here and align items center. Let's see, not working here. Okay, you know what, let it leave it here. Let's leave it here. I'll fix it, but let's move on to the next section, and then we'll come back to fix this issue. Okay, and for some reason, let me use the comment for this, because I don't want it to be like this as it is. Okay, we'll fix this issue. So I have found a mistake here. You know what, I don't have to mention this raw, this division here. This division should be, it should be here actually. It shouldn't be there. Let me cut it from here, and it should be here. Let's save it and let me show you. So okay, so it should be here in the middle. It was my mistake that I placed it within the same container where I have the images. Now again here, if let me remove this, and let's go back, and it's too much. So for this here, the margin top is not going to be 40, it should be 10. I tried it with different numbers, and the 10 is great for me. So you guys can notice that now it is working. Sorry. And so now it's working, and it looks nice and good. Okay, so we need to fix this issue also, this historical places. For this, it shouldn't be here actually, it should be in the middle, and for that I'm just going to use the class, and the class I am going to use here, the class is going to be text center as well for the P element. So class is going to be text center. Okay, let's move back to the browser, and it's working on it. You can see that it's not working. It has to work. I have assigned it. It has to work. Could be after a few, like, let's finish this and maybe the browser works well. Browser starts working nicely, and it will be in its proper position. Right now it's not, so my apologies for my browser. Okay, you know that, as I've mentioned, that I do have an injury on my hand, so, and before that also I don't have enough time to fix this browser, and too lazy to fix this. But you guys will not have this issue. Okay, I'll fix it also before finishing this project. I'm going to fix this issue. Browser will automatically start working, or if not, then I'll do something with this. Okay, let's move on to the next one, this happy customer section. So here in our index.html, let me bring my cursor here, and here I should remove these extra spaces. Let's copy this line, paste it here, and again, and this is going to be the customers section. So Here it would be customers section, and this is going to be end of customers section. So here we go. Okay, in this customer section we have to let's work with the section element first. Section element, and the class for this is going to be testimonial. So testimonial section, and the margin top is going to be 5. Then after, let's have a division here. I want to finish this project today, so class is going to be container, container, container. And then after, I want to go with the division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be raw. Then I want to have another division and assigning it a class. This class is going to be section title. So section title, and it would have a heading 2 with the happy customers title. Let's have a division here, assigning it a class. This class is going to be raw, and let's have a division again, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be column LG6. Then let's have another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be testimonial item. So testimonial item, another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be test date or testimonial date. So I'm just saying test date, and let's go with the date. I'm going to mention today's date, so 09/08/2020, and then I want to go with heading 4, and this heading 4 is going to be lorem ipsum, so could be 4 words. Spelling of my lorem okay. And then I want to have another division, and this division is going to have a class. The class is going to be reading, and then I want to go with the font awesome icon here. So I class FES FE star, and let's copy and paste it for several times. So here I just want to copy this. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then after I want to go with p element, and this should be of 15 words. Okay. Then I want to have another division, and this division is going to have a class. So this class is going to be customer class, and let's have another division with a class. This class is going to be customer photo, and then after let's have an image here with a source, and the source for this is going to be images, and I do have an image with the name of team. I'm using the same image which I've used before, and let's have an alt tag and alt element, and I don't want to use this one. And then after let's have another division. Let me bring it here. Okay, after this division let's have another division, and this is going to be the div class testimonial text. I know it's not a descriptive name, but it's working. And heading 6 is going to be John Doe, and then I want to use a span element, so span element within this. So in this span element I would like to go with Brazil, and here for my convenience let me have a comment here. Okay, let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see. Actually here we are, the browser is too slow. Okay, so we are here, the image, need to style it, fix it, but the other things are working. Now what we have to do next is I just want to copy this and paste it as it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I just want to copy it from here, and you know what the mistake I've made here is this one. Okay, let's save it, and here I just want to copy this. Okay, and let me paste it here, and the image is going to be same, but I want to change the name here, and the name I want to go with is Sarah Johnson. I think I have mentioned this name, like, yeah, Sarah Johnson. So Johnson, and the country I want to use here is New Zealand. So New Zealand. Let's save it. Sarah Johnson. Okay. Let it be like this. So we do have, we have done with the customers section or the testimonial section. Let's go to the style.css and let's fix these issues we do have here. And here in our main.css, let's be here, and then let me remove these extra spaces so it's going to work for us. So here we go. Let's save it, and let me have a comment here. So it is going to be testimonial section, testimonial section. Okay, and then this testimonial section is I'm going to have an end here, and of testimonial section. Okay, and here we have to start with the testimonial class. So testimonial section class, we are padding bottom, padding bottom is going to be 60 pixels, and let's save it. Then we have to go with the testimonial section title. So I just want to get this same selector, copying it here, and let me paste it here. And here we go with the section title, and the section title is heading 2, and the selector heading 2. So the font size for this font size is going to be 60 pixels, and the color for this is going to be black. Then we have a margin top, so the margin top is going to be 0. Now let's have a testimonial item here. So the testimonial item, testimonial item. The testimonial item is going to have a margin bottom, and this is going to be 40 pixels. Then we will have a testimonial item test date. So let me copy the same selector. Let's paste it here, and here we have a test date, font size. The font size for this is going to be 11 pixels, and letter spacing. Letter spacing, I want to go with 1.2 pixels. And then I want to go with the color. So the color for this is going to be, where is the color hash? It is going to be 242424. Then I want to go with the opacity, and the opacity for this is going to be 0.5. Opacity for this is going to be 0.5, and font weight, let's go with the bold one. So font weight, and the font weight, actually I have used the font weight 600. I was thinking to go with the bold, but let's go with the 600. And line height is 36 pixels. And then I want to go with the testimonial item with heading 4, where the color for this is going to be, again, 242424. And the font weight, again, I want to go with the, let's go with the font weight. Here I want to have a 600. Margin bottom is going to be 6 pixels. And then we have to go with the testimonial item and the rating class. So the rating is going to be margin bottom 15 pixels. Let's save it. Let's see. Actually, we haven't done with the image, so we need to, let me check something. I think I haven't. Okay, I have. I was thinking that I haven't used one class, but I have. Okay, so now we have to go with the rating icon, and let me copy the same selector from here and let's paste it here. Let's go with the icon, and icon for this I want to go with the color. The color is going to be ED8A19. Okay, now let's go with the testimonial item, and this time I want to go with the P element, where letter spacing, the letter spacing is going to be 0.2 pixels, and the margin bottom is going to be 30 pixels. Now let's go with the testimonial item customer class, and overflow is going to be hidden. Let me copy the same selector, and I want to use it here. So first of all, let me bring it here again, and I want to go with the customer photo class. So here, customer photo, customer photo class is going to have a float. The float is going to be left, and margin right is going to be 18 pixels. Now I just want to get the same selector from here, pasting it here, and not with photo, but I want to go with the img, and where the height of the image is going to be 60 pixels and the width of the image is going to be again 60 pixels, and border radius is going to be 50%. Then I want to, okay, I do have a theme selector, but here in place of this customer photo, I want to go with the testimonial text. So this could be testimonial, so testimonial text, and I'm using float here, so the float is going to be left, is going to float towards left, and the padding top is going to be 5 pixels. Then I want to get the seam selector from here. Okay, copy it. Let me paste it here. And here are the heading 6. And heading 6 is going to have some style. The color of this is going to be 033E55. And then I want to go with the font weight. So font weight is going to be, let's go with 600. And line height is going to be 24 pixels. Okay. Let's save it and let's see what's going on in the browser, then we will be back and see. Okay, so happy customers, the title is here, so we do have the images are styled nicely, and now we have to go with this span element with this Brazil and New Zealand. So what I'm going to do, I just want to copy this selector from here, and I want to paste it here, and here I want to use the span element. This span element is going to have a display property, and the display property is going to have a block. Then I want to go with the font size. So the font size for this is 12 pixels. And then after, I want to go with the color, and the color for this is going to be 242424, and letter spacing, so the letter spacing is going to be 0.2 pixels. Okay, let's save it, move on to the browser. Okay, so the customer section is done. We have done with the customers section. Well, things are almost done, and now we have to go on and let's see, we have to work with this blog section, recent blog. Oh, still need, I think it, let's see how much time does it take. Okay, I think it will take more time. So for that, then we have to go with this blog and then contact section. So let's go to the editor here in the index.html. Let's remove these extra spaces from here, and okay, let's save it, move on to the elements. So first of all, let's have a section element in the blog section. So first of all, I would like to go with the comment. Let me copy this line, paste it here. I want to paste again, and let me remove this end off. But here and here it is going to be blog section, and here we are. Now in the blog section, first of all, let's go with the blog section element. So here we are going to work with the section element, and then we have to go with a class. The class for this section element is going to be blog section, and then after, let's have a division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be container. And then after, I want to go with another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be raw. Let's have another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be column LG12. Not here, it should be here. And now I would like to go with the division, and this division is going to have a, with this here in this division, let's have a class of, not class, this is a class of section title. So the section title, and then let's have a heading 2. Heading 2 is going to have a class, and this class is going to have a text center, and then padding bottom is going to be 2, where I want to have a recent blog. Not like this, it should be recent blog. Okay, let's have a division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be raw, and have another division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be column LG4, and then column medium 6. Now I would like to go with another division. This division is going to have a class, class, and this class is going to be a single blog, and then I want to go with the image source, and image source is going to be images, where I want to use image 1 with the class of image fluid. So image fluid, and then I want to go with alt text also. So here we go. Then after, let's have a division and assigning it a class, and this class is going to be blog title. Blog title, sorry, not blog title, but blog detail. Blog detail. So here we go, blog detail, and then we have to go with the division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be blog date, and here I want to mention the date. It should be August 09 2020, and let me bring it here. And now I would like to go with a anchor tag, a element, and this should have a class, and the class for this is going to be tag. Okay, and then the tag I'm going to use is lorem. Okay, then I want to have a heading 4, h4, within anchor tag, and okay, and then after I want to go with some dummy text, and the dummy text could be of 8 words. Okay, let's save it, but 8 words are too much. I think 4 or 5 words are enough for this. Hold on. Okay, okay, let's save it. Now I want to go with another blog, another blog item. Sorry. Okay, let's save it and move on to the browser. Let's see what's going on here, and then we can find it. Okay, so now we have to, I just want to copy and paste it for a couple of times to save the time. So copy, paste, and again here, paste it. Let's save it. Let's change the images. So the first image is, the second image is going to be image 2. Where is this? It is going to be img2, and the tag here I just want to go with ipsum. Okay, ipsum, lorem ipsum, and then let's go with another image, and this time the image I'm going to use is going to be img3, and here the tag, where's the tag class? So the tag is going to be lorem ipsum dollar, so dollar. Okay, let's go to the browser, and we have images for blog and some things. So now we have to style them. For styling, let's go to the CSS, and here is the main.css. So where is that? Okay, here below. Let's let me get the comment first. Same line, copy paste it, and I want to paste it here again, and this is going to be the testimonial section, but the blog section. Okay, and here we are going to go with the blog section. In the blog section, let's go with the padding bottom. Oops, padding bottom is going to be 50 pixels, and then we have to get the class, which is single blog. So the single blog class is going to have a margin margin bottom, and it is going to be 42 pixels. And then let's get this class from here. Not here. Hold on. Copy this, paste it here, and img element. So minimum width for this, the min width is going to be 100%, and margin bottom. So margin bottom is going to be 30 pixels. Now I want to get this selector from here, the single block selector, copy it, pasting it here, and now I want to go with the block detail. So block detail, where margin bottom is going to have 10 pixels. And now I want to get the same selector from here, copying it, and let me bring it here. So pasting it here, and I want to go with the block detail class. So block detail, and the font size for this is 16 pixels. 16 pixels, and the color for this is going to be 030942. And then after, let's go with the display property. So display, and in the display property, let's go with inline block, and now we have to go with the margin right. So here we go, margin right, where is that? 8 pixels. Now let me get this selector from here, paste it here, and let's have a tag class. So I want to go with the font size. The font size for this is going to be 16 pixels, and then I want to go with the color, and the color for this is going to be 030942. Okay, and now let's copy this one. Let's copy this, paste it here, and heading 4, then anchor tag, anchor element, and then I want to go with the color. The color is going to be 030942, and then after I would like to go with the font weight. So font weight is going to be bold, and then line height. So the line height for this is going to be 30 pixels. Okay, let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see. Wow, we have done with the blog section. Okay, let's check the responsiveness of this first of all. Now the next section is contact us. So here we have to check the responsiveness, and let's see how it works. So here is the, okay, so let's start it from the beginning. and to see that if things start working or no. So yes, as I've told you that I have a browser issue, so it is showing us in a better way this area. And this, if you guys remember, I told you just use some better style for this. And now I want to move on, and so the browser fixed this issue which I had before, but it is fixed now. Now the second one is, the second issue we had was with the historical places. It's not fixed here yet. It is here it is fine, but there on bigger screen it is not looking great. And this is also looking nice here, and this is a happy customers section. So the blog section, things are working in a very nice and good way. Let's go back and let's start working on this contact us section, and then after we have Instagram and then the footer section. Wow, such a big project, and here we are. So first of all, let me remove these extra spaces from here. Let's remove these extra spaces. Okay. Let's copy the same line, paste it here. Again, let's paste it here. And end of blog section. So here we are. What we have to do, we have to use the contact section. So contact, and this is also the contact section. Okay, let's start writing the code. First of all, here we have a contact class. Sorry, not a class. I want to have a let's go with the section ID, and sorry, this thing. So we can write it in this way. Section class is contact, and then I want to go with the margin top also with this class. Margin top is going to be 3, and then here let's have a division. So the first div with a class, and this class is going to be container. And let's have another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be section title. Section title, and then let's go with the heading 2, where the class is going to be text center. And let's have a contact us section here, and this U should be okay, contact us. And then we have to go with the P element, where the class again is going to be text center. So text center, the text is going to be of 15 words, sorry, 15 words, and I think 15 are too much. Let's remove some of these words. Let's leave it until here, okay? And then let's save it. Now we have to go with another division. And let's have a class. And this class is going to have a row, and then another division. Assigning it a class. And this class is going to be column large 6, and then division class, and it is going to be raw. And then again I want to go with division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be column medium 12, division class, and let's go with icon box. And now we have to go with the font awesome icon class. So I class FAS FA share, and then after let's have a heading 3, and this heading 3 is going to be social profiles. So social profiles, and let it be here. Let's have a division. This division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be social links, href, and then let's have a class here. So this class is going to be Twitter, I class FAB FA Twitter, and then after all, I would like to copy this link from here, and let's paste it. So 2, 3, and 4, and the first class should be Twitter, then Facebook. Let's call it Facebook, and here also Facebook. Then this is going to be Instagram, and you know what, okay, let's go with this Instagram, and here to Instagram, and then LinkedIn, so LinkedIn, and this also is going to be linked on this. LinkedIn. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see, not this one. We are here, and oops, it's working, and so we do have social links and this thing here. Now we have to go with another division. And here let's start another division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be column medium 6, and then division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be icon box. Margin top 4. Oops. No. And then I want to go with the icon, font awesome icon, so I element and the class, and for this I want to have a FESFA envelope and envelope. Then I want to go with heading 3, and let's have a email in the heading 3. Email us, and then let's go with the P element, where the email is going to be info@example.com. Okay, let's have a division here, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be column medium 6, and then let's have a division here, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be again icon box, and margin top is going to be 4, and then we would like to have an icon and I element with a class, and this class is going to be FESFA font. (24/7) support, and then P element and contact number, so one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see how does it look. Okay, it's working. Still I'm typing with one hand, so I know it is taking too much time in. And then okay, we have done with the social profiles, email, and this support. Now let's have another division, and assigning it a class, and this class is going to be column LG 6 large 6, and then I want to go with the form element. So the form element is going to have a division with a class, and the class is going to be form raw, and then division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to have a column medium 6, then form group class, and let's go with the input element, and the type of this input element is going to be text, and let's have a name. So the name is going to be name, and then let's have a class here. The class is going to be form control, so class form control, and let's have an ID. This ID is going to be name, and then placeholder. The placeholder is going to be name, or let's say your name. Okay, let's go with the small letters. So your name. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see if the markup is working nicely or not. So okay, it's working. So we have the first form or input element here. Now what we have to do, I just want to copy this one, say this division, this div. Okay, so copy this, paste it here, and here the input type is going to be email, and then the name is going to be email again, email, and ID would be email, and the placeholder is also going to be let's say your email. Oh, sorry, your email. Okay. Let's save it. Let's go back, and it's working. Okay, so name and email. Let me check. Okay. Now we have to go with another group. Okay, so let's have a division, and here in this div let's have a class, and this class is going to be form group. So form group, and let's have a input type, and the type of this input is text. The class form control, and the name here is going to be subject, and let's have an ID. ID is also going to be subject, and a placeholder. So the placeholder is also going to be subject. Okay, let's have another division. Let's save it, and let's see. I just want to reconfirm and recheck that things are working. Okay, so let's have another division. Let me bring it here. Okay, and here let's go with the division and assigning it a class, and this class is going to be form group, and then I want to go with the text area, and the class for this is going to be form control, and then I would like to go with the name, and the name is going to be message, and then I want to go with the rows, and the rows are going to be 6, and let's have a placeholder. So the placeholder is going to be message, and let's save it. Let's go to, okay, so we do have a message here. Now we have to go and let's have a last div of this section. So this division, assigning it a class, not a class, sorry, this division, and here in this division I would like to have a anchor tag where each ref is going to be nothing but a class. So the class for this is going to be bdn, and then bdn about, and we have to go with send message button. So send message, and let's save it, and it's done. So let's move on to the browser and let's see that. Okay, you know, the button, it gets the same CSS from the previous ones. So the button class, it gets the same CSS. Oh, it's good that we don't have to work on this, but we have to work on other things. Okay, so let's go to the same class. The bdn class is selected by the button. Okay, here we are in the CSS, and now we have to I need some let me remove these spaces from here, these extra spaces, and let's remove these extra spaces. Okay, let's get the same line, copy this, let's paste it here, and this is going to be contact section, and here is going to be again contact section. Okay, let's save it. So first of all, let's get the class contact, and then we have an icon box class. So icon box, and here the color is going to be 030942. Let's have a text align property. So the text align is going to be center, and is there any mistake here? No. Okay, then we have to go with the box shadow property. So box shadow property, and the box shadow is going to be 0.015 pixels, and then RGBA we are 281, 160, and 0.6. And then padding is going to be 20 pixels, 0, and then 30 pixels, 0. Let's go back to the browser, and you guys can see the nice shadow, and everything is centralized, align center properties applied here. And let's go, and here let me get the seam selector from here. Let me copy this and let's paste it here, and then we have a I element with font awesome icon element class FAB, and now we have to go with the font size. So the font size is going to be 20 pixels. Then we have to go with the color, and the color for this is going to be 029 2F1. okay, and then we have to go with the border radius. So border radius, and it is going to be 50%. So padding is going to be 8 pixels, and then background is going to have a 030942, and then after, well, let's go with the contact box seam selector, but with heading 3 element, and here the font size, and the font size for this is going to be 20 pixels, and the color for this is going to be black. Font weight is going to be bold, and the margin is going to be 10 pixels and 0. Now let me bring it here. Let's save it. Let's go to the browser first, and then we'll go back and see. Okay, things are looking nice. Now let's use the seam selector here, and this time I would like to go with the P element, and here the padding Padding is going to be 0, and line height is 24 pixels, and font size is going to be 14 pixels. Margin bottom is going to be 0, and let's have a social links here. So social links, margin top is going to be 15 pixels, and display flags justify content center and justify content center, and let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see how does it look. Okay, so we have to work on this because there isn't any space between these elements, so these links. Let's copy the same selector, and I want to copy this selector from here. Let's paste it here. Go with the anchor tag, where font size is going to be 16 pixels, and display is going to be inline block, and inline block, and then the color for this color is going to be white, and then I would like to go with line height. Line height is going to be 1. Margin, so the margin is going to be 0.8 pixels. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and see how does it look now. Okay, so nice, looking nice, and enough margin between these icons. Let's use some transition. So within this, let's have a transition property where 0.3 seconds. Padding is going to be 10 pixels. Then we have to go with the border radius. And it is going to be 50 pixels. Let's go with the border. 1 pixel. Solid. And the color for the border is going to be 030942. And let's save it, and let's see how does it look. But there is a problem in the border color, it's not appearing. Let's see if it shows or no. Okay, so hold on. So we have a nice border around each icon. Now we have to use the hover class, so let me get the same selector. I'm copying it, pasting it in below this, and I want to use the hover class here. So the color for this is going to be white. Oops, not add but hash. And then we have to go with the border color. So border color. Border color is going to be hash 030942. Background. Background is going to be 0292F1. And let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see how it is. So when I hover over it, you can see that a nice blue effect around this icon, and it's looking nice. Let's go and work with this section, this form, contact form section. So let's get the contact class with the form element, and here we are going to use the box shadow, and don't have to use these brackets. So box shadow is going to have 0, 0, 15 pixels, RGBA, and this time it is going to be 281, 160, and 0.6. Oops. Okay. Now let's go with the padding. So the padding for this is going to be 27 pixels. Let's use a contact button, and the button is already selected from the button, got the properties from the other button from the about us section. So we have done with this section. Let's check the responsiveness of this, and this time I just want to check the responsiveness only of this section. So here okay, so this is the contact us, and this I need to work with the C only, and this is the form. Everything stacked nicely on top of each other. Now let's have a Instagram section, and then we have a footer section. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a markup for Instagram and footer section together, and then we will style it at once. Okay, let's move on to the editor, and first of all index.html, and here I just need to change the contact form. Where is that? This should be capital, and okay, let's save. Now let's, okay, we have deleted, and let's get the, let me just, I don't want to write anything here, but using a commented line only, just to keep it separate from the other one. And here we go. So I would like to go with the Instagram and footer markup, and then later we will style them both together, style both of them together. Okay, so first of all, let's go with the section element, and let's assign it a class, and this class is going to be Instagram, and the margin top for this is going to be 5, and let's have a division here. and this division is going to have a class. This class is going to be container. So class, and the class is going to be container, and it's not only a container but it would be a container fluid class. Now I want to go with another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to have raw and then no gutters, and no gutters because let me show you that no gutters means that we are not going to have any kind of gap between the images. So when there would be no gutters between the images, then when we have a property of, or we have a class of no gutters, and it means that we are not going to show the gap between these images. Okay, so this is going to this no gutters is going to represent that. Okay, no gutters, and then I want to go with this justify content center. Justify content center, justify content center, and padding bottom 5. Then I want to go with the division and assigning it a class, and this class is going to division, and this class is going to be column medium 7, and then text center, and then heading section. Now I would like to go with the heading 2 element, and within this heading 2 element, let's have a span element, and this span element should have a Instagram. Now we have to go with another division. First of all, let's go to the browser and let's see how does it look. And the browser is so here. Okay, we do have a Instagram. Now we have to go and with the division, and this division have a class, and this class is going to be raw with no gutters, and then I want to go with the division and assigning it a class, and this class is going to be column small 12, and then I want to go with the column empty and column medium, and then I want to go with the column medium 6. Column medium 6, and then here I just want to bring it here, and let's go with the image img element with the source, and the source is going to be images, and I do have images, so here I'm going to use fa6 and jpg, and then we use a class image fluid. Class is going to be img fluid, fluid, and then I want to go with another division, and this division is going to have a class, and this class is going to be icon and display flags. So display flags and justify it's justify content center, and then I want to go with the span element. So span class is going to be icon, and the icon is going to have a Instagram align self center, and then I want to go with, so here, let's, for my convenience, first of all let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see. So here in the browser we do have an image, okay, and with image fluid property, but now we, you know what, let's have an image for couple of times, so not couple, but I think, let me see that here, 2, 3, 4, and I think I do have him. Let's save it. Let's see that what's going on into it. Okay. No, there is a mistake somewhere. So let me remove this MD6 from here. Okay, and here is the, wait a minute, let's remove this one also, and let's get it, press the Alt key, and now I want to go and let's save it, and let's see how does it look. It's working, and okay, so I do have, let me check out how many images I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 images. So I want to have, let's go with another image, and here in this space here, let's have a, and in despite this, okay, now let's change the images only, and rest of the things are going to remain same. So the first one is image 6, the second one is image 4, and this one is image 3, and then again I do have an image 4 and image 6. So this is going to be image 4 and image 6. Let's save it and move on to the browser to check what's going on. Okay, so all the images are looking nice, and they are fit within that screen. So let's create the markup for the footer section, and then we will back to this and style it together with the footer section. Here we are. So after this, I don't need to use the comments, but I want to go with the footer element with an ID, and the ID of this is going to be footer, and then I want to go with the division, and this division is going to have a class, and this class is going to be footer newsletter, footer newsletter. So this is going to be footer newsletter, and then I want to go with a container, so division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be container, and then I want to go with another division, and this division have a class, and this class is going to be raw, and raw is going to be justify content center, justify content center, justify content center, and then we have to go with another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be column large 6, so COLLG 6, and then we have to go with heading 4, and the heading 4 is going to be join our newsletter. So join our newsletter, and then we have to go with paragraph element, and p element is going to have some dummy text. So this could be of 8 words. So let me remove it, p element, and this could be of 8 words. So now we have to go with the form element here. So the form element is going to have a input type. So this input type is input, and it has a type. The type is going to be email, email, and it is going to have a name. The name is going to be email again, and then let's have an input type again, input element again, and this time the input element has a type. So the type for this input element is going to be submit, and this is for the button. So the value for this is going to be submit, submit, and then value for this is going to be subscribe. Okay, because it is going to be subscribe. And yes, you guys also don't forget to subscribe the channel, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Now we have to, let's go to the browser, and let's see when it'll be it is here. So okay, we do have the form and the subscribe button. So let me write the value into capital S. Okay, now we have to go with the division, and the division is going to have a class, and this class is going to be container. So the container class is going to have a padding top and bottom. This would be 4. And then we have a division, and let's have a class, and this class is going to be copyright. So copyright, and the copyright is going to have a, let's use a copyright sign by using ampersand and copy, and then semicolon, and then we have to write here copyright, and then we have to go with the strong element, and then we have to go with the span within this strong, and the span is going to have a name of the page. The page name is, this website name is Turismo, and then we have to go with let me bring it here, and let's say all rights reserved. So all rights reserved, and then we have to go with another division, and this division is going to have a class, and this class is going to be credits. So here we have to mention the credits, and then we have to go with the designed by lorem ipsum. So designed by, and then anchor tag and href, and then here we have to go with the lorem ipsum, and let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see how we have done. Okay, so Now let's go to the CSS and start styling our Instagram section, and then we have to style our this footer section. So first of all, let's go to the main.css, and here we have to work with the Instagram class. So first of all, let me remove these extra spaces from here. Let's have it here, and from here to this, scroll down. Okay, and now we have to Control S. Let's go with the Instagram class, and then we have a container fluid class. So container fluid, UUID, container fluid class, and padding left is going to be 0. Padding right is also going to be 0. And then we have to go with the Instagram img. So Instagram, and then we have a class of img, spellings mistake, img image, where we are going to use the display property, and the display for this is going to be block. Then we have a height for this, height. The height for this is going to be 280 pixels. Then we have a position, and position is going to be relative. So here we go. Then we have, let me get the seam selector, and let's paste it here. And then we have to go with the icon class. So here in the icon class, let's use the position absolute this time, because we have used the relative position in previous section. So it is going to be absolute. Now let's go with the top, and the top is going to be 0. Left and right is also going to be 0. And then we have to go with the left is 0, right is 0. Then we have to go with the bottom, and the bottom is also going to be 0. We do have a background. Hold on. It's going to be 0. And then let's go with the background. Background is going to have a RGBA background, and the background spelling of the background, ROUND, background. So background is going to have RGBA and 47, 137, and 252, then 0.8. Okay, so this is the RGB value. Then I want to go with the opacity, and the opacity for this is going to be 0 here, but then we have to use a transition. So transition is going to be all 0.3 seconds ease. And let me bring it in the middle of the screen. Okay, now we have to go with the same selector we have. Let's paste it here, and let's go with the hover element, and here is the hover and icon. So it is going to have an opacity of 1. And then we have the very last thing about this section, and let me paste it here. But here Instagram, and let's have a heading section, and this heading section h2, and this is going to have a font size. So the font size for this is going to be 30 pixels. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see how does it look and if it's working. Or okay, it's the hover is not working, but I'm not let me tell you that video is going to be too long, so you guys can fix it on your own, because I don't think so that there is a major problem, but you guys can fix it on your own. I just want to fix this, style this footer section, and then I have to stop because I'm continuously for 3 hours I'm talking about this thing. So let's go back and start styling the footer. So here we have used the footer ID. So the ID is, we have a footer ID. I have to use that ID here. So footer, and the padding for this is going to be 0, 0, and then 30 pixels, and then again 0. Then after we have to use the color property, and the color for this is going to be black. It's a text color. Then we have to go with the font size. So the font size is going to be 16 pixels. Then I have to use a background, and the background for this is going to be 0 to 9 to F1, and then after let's use the footer newsletter. So let me bring it in the here. Okay, and then we have to use the footer, and the footer class is footer newsletter, and now we have to use padding. The padding is going to be 50 pixels and 0. Then we have to use the background here too. So the background for this is going to be 0 to 9 to F1, and then we have to go with the text align, and the text alignment is going to be center. Let's go with the font size, and the font size is going to be 15 pixels, and then we have to go with the let me get the seam selector, this selector from here, and let's paste it here and go with the heading 4, where the font size is going to be 24 pixels. Font size, and it's going to be 24 pixels. Let's have a margin, and the margin is going to be 0, 0, and then 20 pixels. And then we have to go with 0. Then after we have to use the padding, and here the padding is going to be 0. Then we need to go with the line height, and the line height is going to be 1. Then font weight is going to be bold. Let's use this bold, and then we go with the color, and the color is going to be black. So here is the color, and this is the black color. Now again we have to use the seam selector, and let's save it, move on to the browser first. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, so the footer color, the background of the footer, and the heading is done. Now we have to use the seam selector, and here let's go with the form element, and margin top for this. Margin top is going to be 30 pixels. Then we have to go with the background, and the background is going to be white. And then we have a padding. The padding is going to be 6 pixels and 10 pixel. And then we have to go with the position. Position is going to be relative. And let's go with the border radius. And the border radius is going to be 4 pixels. Let's have a box shadow. Box shadow and 0 pixel, 2 pixel, 15 pixels, and then RGBA. And this RGBA is going to be 0, 25, 41, and then 0.4. So let's save it. And then we have a text alignment, so we have to go with text align, and this text align is going to be left. And let's save it, move on to the browser. Okay, so we need to fix this. Let's go back to the style.css, and here we have to, let me bring it here. Let me get the same selector from here, this form selector, and copy this, pasting it here. Now we have to use the input element here, input, and the type for need to use the brackets here. So the type for this is going to be email, and then we have to use the border property. So the border is going to be 0. Then we have to use padding, and the padding for this is going to be 4 pixels and 8 pixels. And then we have to use the width, and I'm using a calc function here. So calc function, I'm going to use the 100% minus 100 pixels. Okay, so let's save it, move on to the browser. Okay, it's looking better. Now we have to work with this submit button, and let me get this selector, and I'm copying it, pasting it here. So the type here, I just want to use the submit, and then we have to define the property. So first of all, the position for this is going to be absolute. Okay, absolute. And now we have to use the top is going to be 0, right minus 2 pixels, and then we have to go with bottom and border. So bottom is going to be 0, and then border is also going to be 0. Background is going to be none, and then we have to use the font size. So the font size is going to be 16 pixels. Padding is going to be 0 and 20 pixels. Then we have to use the background again. So the background, here the background we have to use is going to be 3030942. Let's go with the color, and the color is going to be white, and this shouldn't be here. Transition is going to be 0.3 seconds. Border radius, is going to be 0.4 pixels, and then 4 pixels and 0. Then we have to go with the box shadow here again. Box shadow, so the box shadow is going to be 0 pixels, 2 pixels, 15 pixels, and an RGBA 253, 253, again 253, and 0.7. Okay, let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see. Okay, so we have given a nice white shadow below this button, submit button. If you guys notice, there is a white light appearing below this, or a shadow. Okay, now we have to go with the hover. So let's copy this same selector and let's bring it here, save it, and let's go with the hover. Okay, now the background for the hover, background is going to be 029 to F1. Okay, let's save it. And now I think we have done with this. When I hover over it, so the color is almost same with this background, and the white shadow is appearing here better than before. Okay, now we have to work with this credit section. So let's go to the main.css, and here we have to write the footer, and then footer is going to have a class of copyright, and then we have to use a float here. So float is going to be left. Then let's use the color. Color is going to be black. Let's use a footer credit class. So footer, and we do have a class is credit float right. Let's use the font size here. So font size property, font size is going to be 16 pixel, and let's use the color. So the color is going to be black. Now let me get the same selector from here. Copy this, paste it here, and we have to use a element. and where we have to go with the color is going to be black. Let's save it and let's see. Okay, so here is the color. Now we have to, just to make it respond to look it nice on mobile phone, so we have to use a media query here, and a media max width is going to be 575 pixels, and the footer with a copyright class and the footer with credits class. So credit is going to have float to none, and text align is going to center, and that's all. Let's save it, move on to the browser. Okay, so let's go to the responsiveness of this page, this website. So here we go. Let's start it from the beginning. Let's see if everything is working nice and well. So here is the title, the menu. When I click on it, menu appears. It's nice. Then we do have a form, the search form, which is working now. And I told you, you guys just style it on your own. And this is the about us section, and then this is a popular places section, and again the services section, team section, packages we offer, historical places. So this section, it's only only my browser issue. You guys will not have the same problem as I'm having here. And then we have when I click on it, you guys can notice that a card is it becomes a prominent like card, and then we do have a button, a customer section, then a blog section, and a contact us section, and then we do have a nice Instagram profile images, and then we do have this footer section. So I hope that you guys like this. If so, don't forget to subscribe the channel and try to watch the whole video. I know it's too long, it's 3 hours or more than 3 hours video. So I hope you guys like this, and I'll see you in the next one with another interesting project. And I'm planning to, the next project could be about book publishing or a web admin dashboard. So from both of these, there would be one project I'm going to bring in next video. And don't forget to subscribe the channel. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Hasta la vista. Ciao ciao.